Welcome, sports fans, to another edition of Breck Hockey. Hans and I are out here at the Chaska Community Center, where we've got a lot of darkness, but there's about to be some brightness as they're going to have the Chaska boys come out here to second I'm assuming they're going to turn the lights on and probably have a bit of a smoke show. Tonight is also Teacher Appreciation Night at Chaska. Everybody got to bring out their favorite teacher, or at least a few seniors did, which is good. From those of you watching from home,
let us know, especially with the Wi-Fi here, how we're doing.
If you didn't hear that, let us know how we're doing. We got some really weak Wi-Fi here. Hopefully, we will be a little bit more Breck biased. For those of you that watched the last game, I apologize that I had to be so kind to both teams, but with a good buddy of mine there and Hans always telling me to be appropriate, we had to be that way. So tonight I'll be biased again, and hopefully our Breck Mustangs are going to have a little bit of fun against Chaska Chan. But Chaska Chan is a AA team, right?
AA.
And they are about 500, maybe a little better than 500 at AA. I didn't get a good chance to take a peek. My assumption is that they're going to be good, because they typically are. There goes the horn. They're trying to get the Chaska boys out here. While we're waiting for them. Oh, look at this. We got a light show. Are they going to get a little Kendrick Lamar going on or something? Oh, we got the little skaters out here with the American flag and I believe a Chaska flag. Checking out Chaska's record right now as the Chaska Pep Band is getting us pumped up. Gotta love it. Sorry. Oh, good. So far, so good. Thanks, Max and John, for letting us know that the connection's okay so far. Just shoot me a text if it's not working. I appreciate it. Yeah, we don't see their record.
I think they're under 500.
Okay.
Tonight's contest is a non-conference matchup between the Lake Bears from the Independent Metro West Conference and from the Metro West Conference, your Chaska Hawks.
They said the Blake Bears.
The Blake Bears?
It is Breck. It is Breck. Yeah, Rocco Zyla.
Proud Blake Bear.
Proud Blake Bear. Woo, that, I believe, is George McBean's coming out. Riley Dovenberg's out there as well. Oliver Swanson. Sawyer Melkerson. Mac West in goal. All right.
The Bears are coached by Joe Zietek. He's assisted by Gene Hall, Lucas Coles, and Wes Iverson.
Wes Iverson, Lucas Coles, and Joe Dietzick were also announced. Tyler some or other.
I was a light man at the last school. Did a lot better job than this. Gotta tighten up that spotlight.
Absolutely, right? It is nice that they have one, though. That's kind of cool.
It might be all that. We'll see.
We'll see, right? I mean, it's early. They did have a smoke show, and they didn't do too much smoke, which is good. Oh, we're gonna go 5-on-4 to start out, I take it? They only announced 5 out of 6. That's kind of funny. All right. The young skaters out there holding the flag. They announced their names too. It's pretty sweet.
Center ice where the playing of the Stars Spangled Banner, our national anthem performed by the Chaska Pep Band under the direction of Dr. Tim Beckler.
Chaska Pep Band. Here they come. Hats back on because I'm always cold. And the lights are up. And we are about to get started here, folks, as the little ones just hop off the ice. So for those of you that are watching from home, please continue to let me know. Oh, Chaska. What? Chaska's record is 2-15-1?
I thought they've fallen off.
Wow, I didn't realize that. Okay,
so
yeah, right. They're brutal schedule, I'm sure. Okay, well, thank you for that scoop. No helmets, John. That's correct. They came flying out without them. I don't know if it's their norm or if it's just because it's a big night. But we do have a pretty good crowd here, which is fantastic for a Thursday night out in Chaska. As I mentioned before, Sawyer's going to start us out with Riley Dovenberg at right wing, and George McBean's going to take the face-off. Rocco and Oliver are going to be out there on D, along with Mac West in goal. For those of you that are with us with Minneapolis, there were a couple injuries in the game, a couple Minneapolis players. Turned out we thought it was a broken collarbone, but it's not, just a sprained AC joint for one of their alternate captains, and they did have one concussion as well. So, but both of those players should be back in a couple weeks. All right, George McBean's going to take the face-off here. And the puck comes back to Oliver, and Chaska puts it down deep into our end. They're digging on the sideboards. They try to get that out front. Oh, that was a nice play by Chaska. They hit their man coming in quick. But a nice save by Mac West as they tried to go 5-hole on him. We're keeping the same line out there.
We're going to have this issue where they got this stupid design where everybody walking in walks in front of them.
Oh, got it. So it's going to be a little tough to see here, folks, but we're trying to get out as high as we can. Here comes Sawyer. Sawyer over the red line. He dumps it in, and Riley goes in after it. Puck rips all the way around, and Chaska has it back behind their net. Sticky puck as Sawyer's able to check his man. Riley gets it out there to Rocco, who rolls to the center. Rocco takes a shot, but that went off the knee pad of the Chaska Chan player. And here's Oliver back in his own zone. Oliver, puck just slipped away from here. Chaska Chan tried to get it out, but Rocco stopped it. And that came up to Riley, who almost got it out of the zone. Came back to Rocco. Rocco's trying to cover his man, but good job by Chaska Chan getting the shot off. And here comes Rocco. He's bringing it out of the zone, gets it to Sawyer. Sawyer gets it all the way over the blue line. He dumps it in, and we're going to get a change. Whoa, funny bounce. Came right out in front. Chaska Chan's trying to dump it all the way down. They do. That's not icing. And Cooper comes away with it. He gives it there over to Eric in the corner. Eric controls. He gets it back up by the ref, and here comes Garrett. Oh, puck got away from him, and here comes Eric. Eric over the red line, gives it to Garrett over the blue. Garrett, just a little bit out of the reach of Eric. Oh, puck comes back to Eli. Eli to Cooper. Cooper takes a shot. That got deflected a little bit before it hit the net. OVH down to Eli. Eli gets it back out front to Garrett, and Garrett with a one-timer puts it in the back of the net for the first goal for the Mustangs. Took a good shot. That sounds right to me. Trench from Milinkovic, and I couldn't see if it was OVH that gave it to him or not. We'll see what the official call is from the refs. But the good news is our boys are up 1-0 with 15-14 to go here. All right, Nick Downing on the draw. We got Wesley out there. Colton just shot the puck to their D. And, of course, Joey and Hudson are out there on D. Joey has it back behind our net. Oh, Chaska had a good opportunity there, but that hit the side of the net. Chaska down low with it. They try to get it all the way across, but Colton comes away with it. Colton gets it over the red line, over the blue, tried to get that in down to Wesley and does. Wesley behind the net, got it out front, came out to Joey. Joey down in deep. Almost found Nick Downing, but here comes Chaska. Over the red line, they dump it in. Oh, Owen Van Horn got that one. All right. So Trench from Milinkovic and OVH is the call. So Chaska has it back in their own zone. They try to get it up to their wings. And it comes back to Rocco. Rocco tried to zip that over to Oliver, but it got deflected. Chaska has it down in the corner. They're still coming away with it. They try to put it down low. And George McBean comes away with it in the corner. He's looking to skate it out of the zone. Gets deflected again. That's Ryan with it. He gets it over there to Rocco, and Rocco over the red line. He brings it over the blue. He skates wide around his man. Oh! He blew a tire because that was a great opportunity. Ice got big. Ice got big. It happens. That's all right. That's why you practice. That's why you play the games for maybe another time. All right, so we're going to have a face-off down to the left of Chaska Chan. We're going to have Garrett, OVH, and Eli out there, along with Eric and Cooper. Puck comes back to Eli. Eli to Eric. He rolls to the center, makes a nice move. Another nice move. Has it down low. He's looking for a friend out front. Decides to get it all the way to Cooper on D. Cooper over there to Eli. Eli dumps it back in low. Puck's back behind the net, and here comes OVH. Ooh, ow, that looked like it hurt. In men's league, you don't get up from a hit like that, but OVH will be fine. Nice play there by Garrett. Gets down to Eli. Eli out to Garrett. Comes back to Cooper. Cooper with some fancy skating. Oh, OVH is coming off. That had to be a stinger. He got checked, and then he kind of bent over in a funny way. I don't think he hit his head. All right, so it comes over there to Eli. Eli in front. He's trying to. He almost got the Michigan. But that got knocked off his stick before he could get it there. Puck came back to Cooper at the red line. He brings it in, dumps it in, and Eli goes after it. Whoa, Eli goes down. There must be a slippery spot over there. Gets to Garrett. Down to Eli. Eli back out to Eric. Eric rolls to the center. Oh, what a toe drag release. Holy smokes! That's going to show up on somebody's reel tomorrow because that was like a 4-foot toe drag. Right to the top corner. I'm still bragging on the shot. I'm not even thinking about who gave him the pass. Holy smokes.
Move on.
Like only a father can say. That's awesome. Well, I am going to glaze him up for that shot because that was beautiful. All right, so it's 2-0 for the good guys right now. Ah, shoot. Probably for OVH.
Oh no, the ref must be cut.
Oh. All right, we got a little timeout. It looks like he's got a cut on his hand, would be my guess. Not OVH. I know we got a big OVH fan club, so at this point we do not think he's injured.
No, he's sitting there on the back.
Right? He's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so
The linesman's getting that hand taped on.
I didn't.
Aaron Larson is his 7th of the season. This goes to number 10, Eli Milinkovic. Time in the goal, 4 minutes.
All right, Larson from Milinkovic.
First period.
So they got Milinkovic's name right, but Zoya was tough today.
What'd they do for Zoya?
Zila. Yeah. It happens. Actually, we don't get that one very often. We get Zoa a lot. And some mail comes to 201A. That one's always confusing. I know it's a lot of vowels, but seriously. Anyway, all right, so we're coming back out. It's a good question. We say Italian. There's a little Italian and French district in southern Switzerland that we came from. So, and since I have a temper, we're Italian. All right, moving right along. It comes to Colton. He gets it back out to Hudson, over to Joey. Joey dumps it in hard. And
you're not Swiss because you're not impartial.
Because I'm not what?
Impartial.
And that is very true. I am not Swiss. All right, so the puck's down in the corner, and they're able to dump it out to Joey back on the blue line. Joey over to Hudson. Hudson zips it over to Colton, and that comes back to us. Joey dumps it all the way back into the Chaska zone. Nick goes after it. And a nice play there by Wesley. Chaska comes away with it. They're trying to get it over the red line, but Joey steps up on his man. Wesley, a good back check. Here's Harrison back behind our net. He does a nice little drop there for Joey. Joey tried to get that all the way up to Colton. That goes all the way down. That's going to be a nice thing against Breck. So we're going to have a face-off back in the Breck end. With 11 minutes and 34 seconds to go here. Might be a tough corner for us to see, but we'll see. Looks like we've got Oliver, and Rocco out there on D. Looks like McBean, Riley, and Sawyer out there. For those of you watching from home. And the puck goes to Oliver back behind our net. He's looking to break it out. He decides to skate it. Oh, he tried to zip that. That was going to be a great pass out there to Riley, who was cutting across the middle. And Chaska goes back to their D. Chaska zips it over to their wing. And on up, they dump it in, and Oliver goes back after it. Oliver back behind the net. Tries to get that to Zoya, but it goes to Chaska. Chaska, nice pass out to their D. They take a shot, but Mac West was able to see that one. If you're watching and you haven't already, shoot me a text. We'd love to know about it. 612-747-2525. We're probably going to have more time to show off pets tonight, so if you have a sweet pet doing something cool tonight, let us know. OVH on the draw. OVH is back out there. Garrett is out there along with Eli. And nice play there by Eric getting that up. How did OVH pick that one out of the sky? But Garrett was just a little bit offsides. So we'll have a face-off just outside the Chaska zone. Hans and I have now been working together long enough that we can read each other's minds every once in a while and have a good giggle. So just a bit offside. All right. Thank you very much for recognizing that, Bob Euchre. All right, puck comes over to Eric. Eric zips it to Cooper. Cooper looks to bring it in, and he does. Garrett digs for it and gets a hold of the puck. Just pokes it over there to Eli. Eli, I'll try to get that up the boards. Interesting. This is definitely a much less physical game than the Minneapolis game. It's nice to see the boys playing some hockey here. Puck comes back to Cooper. Cooper up to Eli. Eli tried to get that over to OVH, but OVH was blocked from getting across the ice like he was hoping. So we're going to have a face-off back in the Breck zone. Nick got a tie. What's that?
JV got a tie.
JV did get a tie. 3-3, I heard. That's a good game. 20-some-odd shots.
Goalie had a good game.
No, Tanner did, our goalie. Fantastic. Nice job, Mr. Tanner Metz, whose dad was an amazing... Oh! Sorry, folks, I was telling a story. So, on the face-off, they were able to get it up to their D. They took a shot. It took a little ricochet right in front of the net, went off of our post and in. Mac West didn't have a chance at that one. And the pep band's going wild. There we go. Gotta love the pep band. I'm a big fan of getting a little extra energy in the room. All right, we've got Ryan and Ryan at wing, along with George McBean at center. Rocco and Oliver back on D. Nice tip up there by Ryan. Rocco plays the body, and here comes Chaska Chan. They get it back to their D. They zip it to D to D. They take a shot, and that's a little bit wide. First goal for the Chaska Chan player. That's kind of fun. They've got a good announcer here. He's no Mr. Abrams, but he's pretty good. Nice play. Oh, now I'm sorry. We've got Will Offenhauser out there. I might have misread that one as the two Ryans. And here comes Chaska trying to break it out. They dump that all the way down. That's not an icing. Rocco did his best little impression of somebody who couldn't reach a puck. But here's Chaska. They come away with it. That's a nice eat by Rocco, but they get it back. What a save by Mac West! Oh, I like that. That's good sportsmanship out of Mac West. It shows that he can go both ways on that end, too. But we are not playing our old friends in Minneapolis, so it's a lot easier to have a little bit more fun out here today. That's all I have to say. All right, Garrett Trench gets it. He gets it over there to Eli, and Eli brings it over the red line. He's going to bring this in all the way. Tries to cut back and around. Gets that almost out front to OVH. Eric was able to get a shot, but that went off the goaltender, and now we go to bring it back in. Somebody tried to check Eli. I wouldn't recommend doing that, just saying. Cooper has it back in his own zone. He banks it off the boards to OVH, who does a nice job of just letting it go because he knew Eli was there. Eli over to Garrett. Garrett rips it. Oh, what a shot off the crossbar. Up into the netting, so we're going to have a face-off just to the right of the Chaska keeper with 9:05 left to go here in the first period.
I'll put my money on Trent on that shot both times.
Oh my gosh, that was a rip. You know, I think these sticks, it's really easy to get the puck up in a hurry. You get excited, you rip it, and it just goes a little high. Puck comes over there to Eli. Eli over to Eric. Eric at top of the dot. Oh, nice play. Tried to get that to OVH, but good D by Chaska. Controlled his stick. Chaska's able to poke it all the way down. Eli's going after it, but that's an icing call. Now, Eli did a little bit better job of acting on that one than Rocco did. I mean, he was moving, right? I mean, that's all Eli can do. That's it. That's all in the arms. Oh, some good tunes going on here. Same line out there. We've got Eric and Cooper back on D. Garrett on the draw. Puck goes back behind the net for Chaska. Chaska off the boards. They get a breakout, and that comes to Eric. Eric gets it up to Eli. Eli almost got that over to Garrett, but Chaska dumps it back in. They are going to call an icing call on that one, so we'll have a face-off back into the Chaska zone as we listen to a little Beach Boys. I had this on cassette tape as a kid, I'm just saying. I'm not old enough for 8-track, really. I mean, I do know what an 8-track is, but at least had a cassette player in my car that I installed myself, frankly. In a fantastic Ford Tempo. It was gorgeous, I'm just telling you. Actually, got to know Heidi in that car when we first started dating in high school. Go figure. All right, here's Colton. He gets it up the sideboards. No, he cuts to the center with it. Almost got that over to Wesley. Chaska tries to get out of the zone, comes to Nick's feet, and Chaska comes away with it. They dump it in. Joey goes for it back behind the net. Joey back to Hudson. He dishes it up there to Colton, who makes a nice play as a winger to go to the puck. You don't always have to just crash into the guy. Puck goes up the sideboards, and Nick's digging for it. Hudson comes away with it, tries to get that back up to Nick, and it gets out of the zone. Ooh, Wesley almost got a hold of that one. Still digging. Chaska comes away with it. They put it in deep. Harrison has it back behind the net. He zips it over to Joey. Joey off the sideboards to Colton, and who evades the check and dumps it in so we can get a change. Rocco's out there along with Oliver now on defense. We've got McBean, Dovey, and Sawyer out there. Rocco dishes it off the boards to Oliver. Oliver, nice play getting that up quickly to Dovey, who gets it out of the zone. Sawyer goes after it. Chaska Chan gets it up the sideboards. They're still in control. They're trying to break it out of their zone, but Dovey with a good forecheck. But here comes Chaska. They dump it off the sideboards all the way down. That's going to be an icing. Oh, they waved off the icing. That threw Oliver off a little bit. And here comes Sawyer. Puck goes off a Sawyer stick, and Chaska comes away with it. Rocco goes after it down low. He lays the body down, tries to get that over to Oliver. Both our D are behind the net. Don't love that. And puck goes back up to Chaska. They take a shot. That gets deflected up into the netting with 6:29 to go here in the first period. Your Breck Mustangs, not Blake Bears, your Breck Mustangs are up 2-1. Hey, Warren and Joan Malkersons are watching from New Mexico. Love it. Yes, that is correct. Breck is up 2-1 at this point. Oh, we got a little not Jimi Hendrix. The Doors playing there. Digging in the corner for it. What do we got? We got Cooper coming away with it. Nice little escape move. He zips it up to Garrett. What a nice play there by Cooper. I love that. Gets it over there to OVH. OVH over to Eli. Eli with a good quick shot. Up over the glove hand of the keeper. With 6:10 to go, the Mustangs are up 3-1 on the Hawks. Oh, what do we need more of, Hans?
10, 14, 13, right?
That is correct, but what do we need more of, Hans?
Cowbell?
Cowbell! Thank you, Hans! Very well done. With that, I really didn't give Hans much to go off of there, so the fact that he came up with that is impressive. We'll wait for the official announcements to tell you about the scoring again, but that was a nice shot there by Eli. Eli Milinkovic from Van Horn and Trench. Milinkovic from Van Horn and Trench. Oh, almost. Eli gets it there to Cooper, who gets it down low, but he blows a tire. OVH is digging for it too. The Hawks are able to come away with it. They just dump it out of the zone. That goes all the way down. No icing. Garrett's going to take it behind Mack. And he's coming out of the zone with speed. Oh, good play. Gets it up there to Eli. Eli over the blue line. He toe drag releases it, but a nice save by the Chaska tender with 5:18 to go. Woo! 3-1 for your Mustangs. We've got 8 shots on goal. Chaska does have 5 shots on goal. Nick Downing on the draw. Harrison and Joey back on D. Everyone's digging. Puck comes to Downing. He controls, he wants to get it back to Joey, and he does. Joey toe drag releases it, but a blocker up into the netting. Colton and Wesley are out there too, and we've got a little Van Halen coming over the loudspeakers right now. This is all I listened to in high school. Okay, maybe a little bit of U2, but anyway, there's a lot of Van Halen. The H, baby! All right. Nick Downing on the draw. Chaska's trying to take this around. Good job by Harrison staying on the line. He dumps that back in. Get up the sideboards, and Chaska's able to get it out of the zone. They dump it all the way in, and Harrison's going to have to go back for this. Good play. They get all the way back to their D. They take a shot. Ooh, just up over the net. Colton tries to get out of the zone, but their D hold the line well. Here comes Joey, gets it to Wesley, and he brings it over the red line, over the blue. Puck gets down in the corner. Wesley back behind the net. He gets it back to Colton. Colton to Wesley, dumps it back in again. Puck's in the corner there for Colton. Colton, good job digging, but Chaska's able to come away with it. They get it over the red line and dump it in. Joey has it back behind our net. He's going to try to get that up there to... No, he's going to skate this out of the zone. I like it. Nice move by Joey. He's got a little open room. Takes a shot, but a heck of a blocker save by the Chaska Chan. I think it's just Chaska. I got to confirm if it's Chaska or Chaska Chan. Just Chaska, thank you. The Chaska Hawks. I suppose the jerseys that say Chaska should have told me. Moose out front. Okay, oh, Rocco tried to get that to Colton, but he was going off the ice. Will Offenhauser on a hard forecheck here. Oh, Chaska comes away with it as Ryan Pierce goes after him. Ryan tries to put him into the box. Rocco has it, and he gets it up there to Will Offenhauser. Will off the sideboards, gets it out of the zone. And Chaska goes up the sideboards. They're trying to dump it in, but it comes to Will. Will, that's going to be a tripping call against Chaska. So with 3:10 to go here in the first period, whoever's doing the music's doing a great job tonight. 3:10 to go here. We're going to have a 2-minute man advantage. So we've got 5 players on the ice. They've got 4. And we've got our line of Garrett Trench, Eli Malinkovich, Colton Crook, along with Cooper Klink and Eric Larson out there. Garrett Trench on the draw. Again, we're on a power play. They try to get it up and out, but a nice play by Cooper. Here's Eli out at the red line. Eli rips it back over there to Garrett, and Garrett's going to bring it into the zone. Nice little head fake there by Garrett. I love those plays. Very effective. Gets it over there to Eli on the sideboards. He controls, gets it to Eric at the blue line. He rolls to the center. Gets it back to Eli, who's got it at the top of the circle. He rips it, but that came off a little funny. So here's Cooper. Cooper wheels back around. Nice move. Gets it over there to Eric. Eric over to Eli. Eli over. Oh, it just went off their stick. He was trying to get that to Garrett, as Cooper's just battling out in front of the net. Eric takes a shot. Nice job by Cooper keeping it in. Gets to Eric again. Eric's going to give it to Cooper. Cooper back to Eli. Eli to Eric. He rips it just a little bit over the net. Nice job of keeping that puck in. Oh, but nice play by Chaska. They almost got a breakout out of that. Nice little toe drag there by Eric. Gets it up to Eli, and he brings it into the zone and just holds it. We're going to set up with 50 seconds remaining, the man advantage for Breck. Eric over to Cooper. Cooper gives it to Eric at the top of the umbrella. Eric tries to get it down low. Over to Eli. Eli gets it back. Oh, that was going to be so good. Eli tried to get that to Colton in front, but it just got blocked by a diving Chaska defenseman. Up to Eric at the top of the umbrella. Eric over to Eli. Eli gets it across. Oh, almost. He tried to do the same thing. Cooper almost picked it out of the sky, and Eric keeps it in. Cooper on the sideboards. Gets it down low to Eli. Eli rolls to the side. Gets it to the far D in Garrett. Garrett ripped it across there to Cooper. Cooper and Garrett have switched positions, which is kind of fun. Comes to Eli. We've got 3 seconds remaining, the man advantage. So it's back to full strength now. 5-on-5 hockey, folks. As Eli rolls back to the blue line, gets it up to Garrett. And a nice play by Eli. He brings it into the zone. They're trying to figure out who's going to pass to who. And Eli decides, honestly, did they talk there? That was kind of funny. So right at the blue line, both Eli and Eric had a chance to bring it in. And I think they both knew that whoever took the puck was going to have to pass it to the other guy. So Eli took the puck, and he passed it to Garrett, and that is a good goal for Breck. So it's 4-1 Breck over Chaska with 54 seconds remaining here in the first period. Joey and Hudson are out there on D. Dovey and Sawyer on wings. And number 11, George McBean on the faceoff. Puck comes back to Joey in our end. He zips it up there to George. George gets that over to Dovey. Dovey dumps it in. Puck goes up. Nice job by Sawyer getting a hold of that. He's digging for it on the corner. We dig for it. Sawyer takes a shot. That's deflected wide by the Tendy. They try to get out of the zone, and they do. We dump it back in again for a delayed offsides. 25 seconds remaining in the period. Chaska gets it out to their red line over the blue. And they look to bring it in. Nice pass out front, but it just didn't get all the way through. George comes away with it with 10 seconds. Tries to zip that up to Sawyer and does. Got a little deflection though along the way. Here's Chaska. They go back to their D. And that's the end of the first period. So it's 4-1.
Figure out it's Breck.
They did it. They did figure out it's Breck. So that's good. So Breck's up 4-1, folks. We had 12 shots on goal to their 5. Good period for your Mustangs. Hope you don't mind me being biased again. I kind of enjoyed just talking about our team. So, hey, let me check. Who else is still with us here? Oh, the OVH fan club from Columbus is in the house. I love it. Coach is coaching in St. Paul and listening on the bench. Who is that? That is awesome. Phil, that's you? Love it. I'm going to call your boy's name as much as I possibly can. John Rentz loves the cowbell. Fantastic. What do we got here, Hans?
First period scoring. It starts out with Trench from Milinkovic and OVH. Second goal is Larson from Milinkovic. Third goal is Milinkovic from OVH and Trench. And the fourth goal is Trench from Milinkovic. What's the common factor? Is that Milinkovic with a 4-point first period?
Well, I'll tell you what, I saw Milinkovic.
10. I'm no
Milinkovic,
genius, but
I'm just saying. And I'll tell you, those two are at the top of the scoring for all of Minnesota. So it's nice to have a good night tonight. Could be a little helpful. One other name, Joan and Warren Melkerson from New Mexico. I know you're in the house too. Love that you're watching. Thanks for being part of it. All right, everybody, we're going to...
Tell them we don't have the YouTube access, so we can't call out those people.
Oh, yes. If you are watching on YouTube and you've made a comment there, we don't have a phone to look at that right now, so we'll give you a call out later if you did it that way. Anyone else watching? 612-747-2525. I'm going to show you the shot of another hockey game when we come back that a certain fan is coaching. And if anybody has dogs or other things that you want to show on the film, we need to see them. Show us your pets. All right. See you in 10 minutes, everyone. right, welcome back, sports fans, to the second period of Mustang hockey. We've got a bunch of you watching from home. I really appreciate you reaching out and letting me know. Let's see, Oliver's cousin Johnny from West Fargo is rooting him on. Eric Larson's fan club is watching from wrestling practice. Nice. We got grandparents watching from Alexandria. Thanks to everybody for being in the house. Grandma Rita's watching Harrison in Florida as Eli just put a puck on the net. Rocco's able to keep that puck in, and he dumps it in over there to Garrett. Garrett takes a shot. That goes off the shin pad of a Chaska defender. Ooh! OVH almost got a tip on net there. Good job at OVH with a little stick pop there. And it comes over there to Eli. Eli rolls, tries to put it on to OVH's stick and does. He was able to get it on net, but a good save. So Chaska gets it out of the zone. They get over the blue line. They bring it in the sidebars. Ooh, they almost made a nice connection there to their center. OVH tried to get that up. Whoa, we got slippery ice out there tonight. And puck goes back behind Mac, and Rocco gets it. Rocco wheels back around. Everybody's going down. Puck's down in Rocco's feet. He kicks it out, gets that to OVH. OVH, nice touch pass up to Garrett. Garrett over the blue line. He brings it in all the way to Eli. Eli tried to pass it over. That got blocked. Everybody's passing to everybody here. I like it. No selfish play as Garrett gets it over there to Crook. Comes back over to Eli on the sideboards. Eli keeps digging for it, but Chaska comes away with it, and Eli goes off the ice. Cooper dumps it in, and Colton goes after it. He gets a hold of it behind the net. Tried to zip that across to Wesley, but it goes down low to Nick Downing. Nick with a nice move there. Good hands, gets it back to Eric. Eric to Cooper. Cooper at the top of the circle takes a shot. Chaska goaltender grabs it with his glove, and we're going to have a face-off to the left of the Chaska keeper. Who else is watching from home? Who's seeing himself out here? Paul Bzz. All right, I'm not sure who you are on that one, but that's all right. We're glad you're with us. Who else is watching? I'll give another little update in a second. Nick Downing on the draw. Colton still out there with Wesley. Eric and Cooper back on D. Cooper has it. He takes a shot, but that got this blocked by the stick. Came back to Cooper. He dumps it back in again. That goes up to Colton. Colton down low, Colton zips it back to Eric. Nice play. Rolls to the center. Eric rips it. Nice blocker save by the Chaska keeper. Digging for it on the side. Who has it? Hey, Nick Downing has it. Nick zips it over there to Cooper on the sideboards. He takes it in low. Cooper has it behind their net. Rolls back around. Man, that escape move of his is just dirty. Gets it up there to Wesley in the center, but Chaska's able to get a hold of it. They dump it all the way down with 14:35 to go here in the second period.
So Paul B?
Paul B? Yeah, who's Paul B?
He's usually one of our YouTube commenters. So
I love it. All right, so Paul B is in the house.
Between him and Rita, Grandma Rita.
Grandma Rita rocks. We all love Grandma Rita.
Followers.
Well done. And we are tracking those things, aren't we? Eric's cousins are enjoying the game and at home watching while they're watching wrestling, I think. Are they watching a wrestling documentary, or what are you watching in wrestling? Grandma Klink is watching from Long Lake. Just got the message. Love it. All right, back to the game. George McBean gets it down low to Riley. Riley gets it to the side of the net. That gets covered up, so we're going to have another face-off. Sawyer Malkerson's also in the house. Harrison, Hudson, and Joey are out there on defense. OVH Fan Club returning from Charlotte, North Carolina. OVH is flying out there. He is flying out there, you're right. And the bench is juiced. Oh, looks like Joey's going to get a penalty on that one. Ratzos. Sorry for my language, folks. Tip of the cap to Mama VH. Tell her we said, hey, girl. I love that. This is from the OVH Fan Club. Love it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to say, hey, girl, to her or not, but I will say, hey. How about that? Grandma Klink's here, and we've got a bit of a change of lines here. So Breck is down a man. We've got 4 players. They've got 5. And Nick Downing pops it out of the zone. Nick and Sawyer are out there at the top of the box. Rocco and Oliver are back on D. Chaska gets it over the red line, and they bring it into the zone. Good play there by Nick, getting it out of the zone. Chaska goes D to D, and they're looking to get it into our zone. They get it to the far side wing. Nice play there to bring it in, but Rocco says, I would like to get that out of the zone, and he does. So Chaska brings it back to their D, to their own blue line. They're going to regroup. Chaska with a nice move, getting it over to the far side, drawing that man over. Chaska comes in, they bring it in wide, and they set up. They get it out to their D, who has to kick it to their skates, but they're able to get it back to their D, and Oliver pokes it. He's got a chance. We got a bit of a 2-on-1 here. Oliver's bringing it in with Sawyer. Oliver takes a shot. Good hard shot. Gets deflected over the net by the Chaska keeper's blocker. So Cooper Klink is out now. And Chaska's able to keep it in. They take a shot, and that's in the back of the net as they make a nice pass across the front. We're a little bit outmanned as they had 5, we had 4. They had 2 out in front, and they're able to put it in the back of the net with 13:01 to go here in the second period. So that's a power play goal for Chaska, and the pep band is going crazy. Gotta love the pep band, I'm just saying. I'll let you listen for a second. All right, Cooper's grandparents in Arizona are watching as well, as Cooper's out there along with Eric right now. Garrett poking for it back behind the net. And Chaska brings it out of the zone. They get over the red line, try to get to the far side, but Garrett's able to come up away with that, and he dumps it in deep. Eli goes in on a hard forecheck. Digging for it, and the goaltender's able to cover that one up. 12:34 to go here in the second period. Score is 4 for your Mustangs, 2 for the Hawks. And we got a little old-time rock and roll going on. Garrett Trench, OVH, and Eli are out there. Cooper and Eric back on defense. And for all of you saying nice stuff about our videography here, we appreciate it. So thanks for being with us. OVH gets it down low. He puts it back behind the net, and Eli's going to go for it. Versus our first line versus their first line right now, as they dump it back in again. Garrett controls the puck down low. OVH goes in as a second man. If I knew my hockey, I'd say F2. Cooper Klink gets it back in his own zone as there's a hard forechecker, but he gives it up to Eric. It's like those two have been playing together for decades. Hawks are able to come away with it. They get it out to their D. They go D to D. They're going to take a shot. They do. That gets deflected, but just a little bit wide. And Eric comes away with it. We've got a bit of a 3-on-2 here as Eric brings it over the red line. Oh, there, defenseman goes down. Eric's got a bit of a breakaway, and he buries it above the glove hand. Is that where Grandma puts the peanut butter? Is that where Grandma puts the Oreos? Where does Grandma put the good stuff? I don't know, but it's in the top corner where Eric just laid that puck down. Awfully nice there, defenseman, to give him a little alley there, but I'll tell you what, even Eric's dad is like, dang, that's pretty good. Am I right?
Yeah.
Lots of enthusiasm there, but that was a fantastic shot. Let's see what they call. Eric Larson, unassisted. They call that going coast to coast. An old coach I used to coach with called it going Maine to Maui, but he took it all the way from one end of the ice to the other and put it in the back of the net. All right, so Colton has it. He rolls to the center and then rolls back again. Nice job staying in control. He's got a big shot, but Chaska was able to see that one all the way, and so they glove that one down with 11:08 to go here in the second period. We got some 5-on-5 hockey, and your Mustangs are up 5-2. We've had 20 shots on goal here, pretty much halfway through the game, and to their 6. Puck comes all the way around Harrison. Harrison does a nice job keeping it in as Will Offenhauser's down there, and Wesley digging for it. Still digging. And Colton comes in with a little poke and gets it down in the corner. He zips it to Harrison. Harrison takes a shot, but Chaska was able to see that all the way. So 10:45 to go here in the second. We're going to get a change of lines for the Chaska team. I'm seeing a few. The girls hockey team is out here, which is awfully nice. Clara Milinkovic, the girls goaltender for the number 1 Breck girls hockey team in single A. Matter of fact, I think they're top 10 in double A too. I could be wrong, but they're pretty darn good. All right, here comes Chaska. But Wesley with a hard forecheck. They dump it all the way down. That's going to be an icing call. Ooh. What's the name of this song? I know the song. I just can't. I just don't know the name. I wish I could sing. This sounds like it must be Bo Diddley. We're going to go with Bo Diddley. If you can hear it, tell us what that song is, would you? All right. Sawyer's out there. Here comes Chaska. Oh, nice little poke there by Rocco, picking it out the sky. So Chaska has to regroup in their own zone. Dovenberg's out there. Oliver Swanson's out there with Rocco. Mack decides to play it up the sideboards, and it comes to Oliver behind the net. Oliver tried to zip that up, but it comes back to Rocco. Rocco off the sideboards, just gets it out of the zone, and Chaska has it back in their own zone. Riley with a hard forecheck. Rocco tries to keep it in, and does. Chaska goes back for it. They're looking to break it out, get up the sideboards, but again, Rocco steps up on him. Chaska takes it wide, and they dump it in. Puck goes behind the net. Ooh, nice play by Mack, getting it right to Rocco's stick. Ooh, that breakout pass was really good there by Sawyer, but just went off the stick of Mr. McBean. They try to dump it out front, but it comes up the side. Chaska has it. They're still in control. They dump it back to their man on the side, but Sawyer comes away with it. He gets it over there to Dovenberg. Dovenberg over the red line. He dumps it in, and Breck goes for a change, while Sawyer smartly stays in his F1. Oh, good play there, Sawyer. Oh, nice play by Eli. He gets it over to Garrett, who took a quick shot, but it got deflected wide. Oh, look at that. Eric Larson just stepping up. And we'll see if we have a penalty. We have an icing call, I hope. No, we do have a penalty. Mr. Garrett Trench, I believe, is going to be going off. So Breck is going to have 4 players. Chaska is going to have 5. He gets an interference call on that one. Oh. Wait a second. Why is this? I just got a beautiful photo on my phone. I got to figure out where this is from. All right, so we're killing a penalty right now. We've got Eli and OVH at the top of the box. Puck comes D to D. They take a shot. Oh, no! That was a crazy bounce, but a great save by Breck's Mac West. They roll to the center. They get it to the far side. Chaska's got control. They've got 5 players. Ooh, OVH also deflected out of this guy. They get to the top of the umbrella. They look to take a shot, but they don't. They go to the far side. They take another shot. That's deflected by Eric up out of the arena. Well, into the netting at least. We're going to get a change. Right? I know. They're doing a good job. They're spreading it out, moving it that far. Guy is getting a pretty quick shot off.
Getting the shot off quick.
Right. You know what's fun to watch is me in men's league hockey.
I can imagine.
Oh my God, it's so fast. It'll take me a half an hour to get that shot off. All right, OVH, nice job. Gets it over there to Joey, who dumps it all the way down. Minute 30 left to go in the man advantage for Chaska. Chaska's goaltender whips it up the side. And here's Eli. Eli gets it over to OVH. Is the hardest shot I've seen him take. That was fantastic. Even Mom and Dad were clapping at that one. Here comes Chaska in. They get it around the net. They rip it to the far side. Chaska's thinking about it. They come to the top of the circle. They get to the far. Man, good shot. Rebound, but couldn't come away with it. And OVH dumps it all the way down. And Eli goes after it. Eli wants that. Gets it. And here's Chaska. They look to break it out. And they do. They're able to bring it into the zone. Nice job of reading that play by Mr. Nick Downing. Eli just lays it out there for him. Nick tries to get it back to Eli, and Eli decides to go off for a change smartly. 30 seconds left in the man advantage for Chaska. Chaska looks to break it up. Good play there by Wesley with a step up. Chaska dumps it in, and we give it back to Harrison. Harrison dumps it all the way down. Smart play by Harrison there. That's a hockey IQ, folks. He knew that they had everybody changing, and if the wrong guy touched that puck, it was going to be too many men on the ice for Chaska. That is a heads-up hockey play. Nice play there by Nick Downing, and the forecheck cuts it off, and that's the end of the power play. Mustangs are back full strength. Always were, shouts the crowd. Ooh, nice play by Chaska. They almost got a bit of a breakaway, but Joey said, I'm going to read that one. And he tried to zip it up. Ooh, funny bounce. Goes all the way into Breck's goaltender, Mac West. And 6:44 remaining in the second period. Your Mustangs are up 5-2. And we've got 5-on-5 hockey as Oliver and Rocco go out there. Nick Downing, Colton, and Wesley are out there. Hey, Pittsburgh's in the house for the OVH fan club. Gabe wants to shout out to Sam Van Horn. Nice cap, Sam. I like it. Oh, nice job by Colton. He brings it in, tried to go top corner, but just didn't quite get there. Rocco down to Colton. Colton takes a shot, but Chaska's able to be there. 6:30 remaining. Who else is in the house? Oh, what's the name of this song? Can you hear it, folks? John's got Bear watching from the bench. And Bear's been sleeping a lot, it looks like, too. We're going to show Bear at the next whistle. So Chaska looks to break it out, but Nick Downing tries to ruin that for him. Oh, but Chaska's able to bring it in. Rocco plays his man. Chaska does get it out front. But a nice play by Oliver blocking it. And here comes Colton down the sideboards. Colton with a nice spin move keeps it in. But Chaska gets it back out to Rocco. Rocco over there to Oliver. Oliver to Will Offenhauser. Not Owen Van Offenhauser. That comes to George McBean. George has it on the sideboards. Gets it to, Oliver, who took a shot. It just got deflected wide. Colton gets it, and Chaska comes away with it. Chaska over the red line. They dump it in hard. Woo-hoo! That was kind of a funny bounce, and it comes to Oliver. Oliver tries to get it out of the zone. Caught a knee and went down, but he gave that to Cooper. Cooper up to McBean. McBean over the blue line. Good job of controlling that puck, but Chaska's able to come away with it. Chaska dumps it all the way down. Eric has it back in our own zone. He zips it up there to Will. Will got that. Nice play by Will, getting that over to McBean. And Chaska's able to get out of the zone. Eric goes over to Cooper. Cooper wheels back around. He's going to have some fun. Oh, he wanted to split those guys. He wanted it. Chaska dumps it back in, and Eric goes for it as Mac stops it behind his net. Puck goes up there to, I think that's Ryan Pierce. And Chaska tried to go D to D just a little bit far, and Will Offenhauser stops it. Digging for it in the corner here. They get it out to Chaska. Good shot. 1T, just a little bit over the net. Nice play there by Eric, getting the puck away from the man. He gets it up to George. George tries to go off the sideboards. He does. He gets it to Ryan. Ryan brings it in. He takes a shot. And a nice save by the Chaska keeper. 4:15 to go here in the second period. We're going to get, hang on. We got to see if we can get Bear in here. We do have a couple good dog picks. We got Bear, who's a little tired from watching the game. And then evidently Bear's outside. I don't remember where Bear's from. It must be Florida, because it's a little nicer than here. All right, so Harrison's got it up the sideboards. Chaska comes away with it. They bring it into the zone. Toe drag released a little bit wide. The puck just jumped on Joey before he got there. Joey's just holding the line. Garrett's trying to get it. Puck pops out there. And Chaska wow. Eli caught a stick in the face. I'm not sure if a ref called it or not. I don't think it was offsides.
Into the net. They shot it up into
They shot it up into the net. Okay. So luckily we're not playing juniors because that would have been a cut face for Eli. But with a big mask, that's all right. Right, exactly. All right, so Garrett Trench on the draw. He tries to get that up to Eli. And the puck comes back to Harrison. Harrison gets it up there to Garrett. Garrett brings it over the blue line. He's coming in with speed. Tries to cut to the center. OVH's got it down low.
Is that Garrett Trench who went to the net?
That is Garrett Trench who went to net. Joey rips it, but that gets blocked by the Breezers. Oh, what a nice pass across to Eli. Eli tried to zip that over. Takes another shot and a good blocker save. Garrett Trench takes a shot, but that's just a little bit wide. It got deflected wide. Harrison dumps it in low. OVH controls down low. Garrett tries to get it, comes back to Harrison. Harrison takes it, rips it, but just gets deflected wide by Garrett. Garrett, nice play, gets it back to Joey. Joey tried to pass it over. He did a pass shot, and Eli had to try to grab it with his glove. So that comes to Garrett. Garrett to Joey down low. Joey wants to play forward. Harrison was coming in. Everybody's hungry. There's chum in the water, folks. No icing call.
It was a deflection.
There was a deflection. Thank you. Here comes to Chaska. Chaska takes a shot, but a nice eat there by Trench. Chaska dumps it in. Harrison goes back for it. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Harrison tries to get that up to OVH, but just gets out of the zone. They dump it back in again, and here comes Joey with it. Joey back behind the net. Joey get the puck taken away from him. Oh, what a play by Mac West, cutting that off. Eli with a good little one-touch pass, gets it up there to Garrett. Garrett tries to take it wide, almost got that to OVH, and he does. OVH with a backhand right on net. And here come the Chaska Hawks. They bring it in over the blue line. Nice step up there by Oliver. Oliver and Rocco are out there now. Puck on the sideboards. Rocco covers his man as Oliver grabs the puck. Minute 47 left to go. Chaska comes away with the puck and it goes in the corner. No one knows where it is. Rocco gets a reverse hit down there and they dump it almost all the way out of the zone and it comes back to Oliver. Oliver gets it up the sideboards and Oliver almost got it out there to Garrett, but not quite. Puck goes back in deep for Rocco. Rocco has it back behind the net, and he's going to try to skate it out. Rocco brings it up the sideboards. He looks to dump that in, but he got poke checked right as he went to dump it, but he does get it all the way in. And here's Chaska with it. Chaska, oh, what a play by Nick Downing. I think he stopped a breakaway with cutting that one off. Rocco plays the body on his man, so Nick's able to come in and grab the puck.
Under a minute.
Under a minute remaining here in the second period. And we are able to get it out of the zone. Chaska goes off the sideboards, and that comes back to Rocco. Rocco is trying to go off. Oh! What a funny play. Rocco was about to go off on a change. The puck got a funny carry him off the boards, and Chaska is on the board with their third goal. And let's hear it for the pep band. They're funny, the pep band doesn't do anything for us. But they're loud and excited right now because Chaska got their third goal. 41 seconds. I do recognize this song. That is the Minnesota Rouser, baby. Or the Chaska Rouser. All right, Nick Downing's out there. We've got Sawyer and Wesley. Nice play there by Eric, popping it up. Chaska puts it up over their bench with 35 seconds remaining. All right, 35 seconds left here. Chaska is playing some great tunes. You all can hear that. I've got some comments here on YouTube. I'm glad to hear that. Nephew Oliver, you're cheering him on. He's playing a great game. Hopefully you're enjoying watching him. And Eli's grandparents are watching from Alexandria. Glad you're in the house. Eric has it back behind our net. 20 seconds remaining in the period. He holds on to it and gives it up there to Sawyer. Sawyer tried to zip it across, but Chaska comes away with it. They dump it back down deep. 10 seconds remaining in the period. Cooper has it back behind the net. He tries to bank it off, but Chaska comes away with it. They dump it in. Comes to Eric. Eric up the sideboards to Wesley. Wesley was thinking about getting it to Sawyer, who was cutting across the middle, but that was the end of the second period. So I just want to go over who we've got watching, because it's kind of crazy how many people are watching. Grandma Rita's in the house from Florida. Johnny's, Oliver's cousin from West Fargo is rooting them on. Eric Larson's fan club. Eli's grandparents are watching him have at least a 4-point night. Let's see, Oliver's nephew's in the house. Who else do we have here? John Rentz, of course, is in the house. I believe it's Janice Held from Pittsburgh and the OVH fan club. I'm going to go talk to that fan club, the rest of the club that's here. Grandma Klink from Long Lake. Eric's cousin's enjoying the game. The OVH fan club from Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, that's where I've got to go give some shout-outs. Let's see here. What else? Looks like our telecast is working. I don't have as many dog pictures as I was assuming we were going to have. If you're watching with your pet, but you know what we do have? We have a coach. Phil Malkerson is coaching and listening at the same time. Evidently, word is he's winning both games, too. Phil, that is really impressive. Nice job. All right, so thanks for being with us, folks. Come on back in 12 minutes. 12 minutes, we will be back with more of our telecast as our boys are going to be pumped up. I have a feeling it's going to be a good third period. It's closer than they were thinking, and I think we're going to kind of release the hounds here for the third period. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye-bye. All right, welcome back, sports fans, to a third period of Breck hockey. We've got maybe a little bit better game going here than we thought at the end of the first. Your Mustangs are up 5-3. We've got 27 shots on goal to their 11, but the score is 5-3. So I have a feeling our Breck boys are going to come out buzzing. But let's see what happens. We're starting out sending a message as we've got Garrett, Eli, OVH, Eric, and Cole and Cooper starting out on defense. Mac West is in nets. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Here we go. Chaska goes D to D. And nice set up there, or step up there by Cooper. Cooper tried to whip it over there to Eli, and Eli has it over there in the corner. Eli reverse checks the guy pretty well. Puck comes back to Eric. Eric ripped it just a little wide for OVH. He was trying to get a little tip in there. Nice job by OVH. Puck back behind the net. They're digging for it. He and Garrett. They're digging for it. OVH comes almost away with it, but here comes Chaska. They try to bring it out. Eric steps up. Chaska dumps it all the way down. That's going to be icing. With 16:24 left to go here in the third. All right, so we're keeping the same lines out there. A little Barracuda. Barracuda. Oh my gosh. How am I not coming up with a musician here? I went to the... Okay, like it's back to Eric. Eric to Eli. Eli on the sideboards, gets it back to Eric. That comes out of the zone. Eric over to Eli. Eli tried to whip it back, but that got deflected by Chaska. Eli, nice one-touch pass to Garrett. We got a bit of a 2-on-2 here. Garrett on the sideboards. Takes it behind the net. He's looking for a friend. Zips it off there to Cooper. Oh, and it just comes out of the zone. Cooper to Eric. Eric back in his own zone. Zips it back to Cooper. Cooper up to to Garrett. Garrett off the side. And Chaska's able to get it out of the zone. Nice job there by Joey, stepping up, gets it to Eli. Eli, toe drag release, just a little bit wide. Puck comes out of his... No, Sawyer with a nice job coming in to save the day and keep that puck in. Chaska's trying to get it out of the zone, and they do. That's going to be an icing call against Chaska. With 15:22 left to go here in the third period. And a little bit more VH in the house. Is this David Lee Roth VH? No, this is not. Yeah, it is. This is. All right. Sawyer's out there. We've got Nick and Wesley. Puck comes out front. Oh, but good save by the keeper. Chaska dumps it out of the zone. That comes to Joey. Joey tries to dump it back in. Joey and Rocco are there on defense right now. Good play on the forecheck there by Wesley. And Nick dumps it in. Oh, good hard forecheck. Almost got that to Wesley. He took a shot, but it just got stopped. Chaska on the sideboards. We're digging for it. And here comes Chaska on a 1-on-2. Joey plays the puck and the body nicely. Zips it all the way around. And Rocco plays the body on his man. He controls down low. Nick Downing tried to get it off the sideboards. And here comes Chaska with it behind the net. Chaska behind the net. They get it to their D. They take a shot, but that's just wide. Joey wins the battle and gets that up to Sawyer. Sawyer gets it out of the zone and comes away with it. Sawyer comes in on a 1-on-2. He drives wide. Oh, good quick shot. And Chaska's got to make the save, so we've got a face-off to the left of the Chaska keeper. Oh, this is like 8th grade for me, dude. You were in what, 2nd grade at this point, Hans? You don't even remember this song. All right, Colton takes a draw. That comes back to Harrison. He dumps it all the way into the corner. Dovey gets it up there to McBean. McBean gets it almost to Eric, but it goes a little far. Man, Eric's a good skater. Gets it to Harrison. Harrison up to George, who smartly tips it forward because he had a guy stepping up on him, but it just went a little bit too far. So we got an icing call. It's going to be a face-off back to the left of Mac West with 14 minutes left to go here in the third period. We're kind of out shooting them 3-1 on shots, but the goals are, it's only a 2-goal game. Still in favor of your Breck Mustangs. Rocco digs for it. He gets a hold of it. He gets it off there to Cooper. Cooper up to Dovey. Dovey tries to get out of the zone, but that got stopped. Comes back to Cooper. Cooper wheels back around. That gets in the ref's skates. Dovey zips it across all the way to McBean, but it goes just a little too far. And a nice job. Here comes Colton. Colton takes a good quick shot. Just goes across the crease, and there's Cooper. Cooper dumps it in on net. And then he gets his own rebound. You don't see that very often. Puck comes up the sideboards. Rocco's going to have a hold of that one. He dishes off there to Eli. Eli over there to Cooper. Cooper back to Eli. Eli tried to get it back to Rocco, but that goes out of the zone. Rocco has it. He's trying to wheel around. He dumps it in. Breck goes for a change. Eli still out on the ice. We got OVH and Garrett out there as well. Here comes Chaska. And nice step up there by Cooper. He brings it into the zone. He gets it over there to Eli, but Eli had a man on him. Eli zips it over to OVH, who almost got it. And a nice job by Joey keeping that in. Joey to Garrett. Garrett somehow or other got that one in low. OVH has it down below the goal line. He gives it to Eli, who tried to do a one quick touch pass to Garrett. We whip it back around to Eli, but Chaska's almost able to get out of the zone, and they do. Chaska has it at the red line. They bring it in to our zone as I catch my glasses falling off my head. And here's Chaska. They rip it. Mac West is able to cover that one up. Chaska's not too happy. Felt like it was a quick whistle, but I think that Mac had control. But once again, I get to be biased today because I don't have any other announcers on the other side. 12 minutes and 18 seconds left to go here in the third period. Face off to the right of Mac. We've got Nick, Wesley, and Sawyer out there. Harrison Hudson and Eric are on defense. Nick's able to come away with the puck in the corner. He zips it far side to Sawyer. Sawyer gets it all the way into the zone right on net. He gets it to Nick. Nick takes a shot. Nick thought he had a 6-iron, ended up pulling out a 9-iron by mistake, and that one goes up into the netting. Sometimes it happens, the puck just jumps on you a little bit, hits the high part of your stick, and just goes up.
Says the guy who's done it before?
Possibly. Nick Downing on the draw. Puck goes into the corner for Sawyer and Wesley. Nice job by Malkerson playing the body on his man. The Hawks go D to D. They try to get out of the zone, but that goes all the way down. That is going to be an icing call with 11:44 to go. Not the prettiest hockey so far this period. There's been a lot of just dumping the puck out of the zone on the Hawks' behalf, but I have a feeling that's what their coach told them to do, so good for them to be following orders. All right, so we've got Nick Downing here on the draw. We got Cooper and Eric back on defense. Puck goes around the boards, and the Hawks are going to try to get it out. And they do. Puck comes back to Eric at the red line. Eric dumps it all the way back in again. Nick Downing has to go off. Here come the Hawks with it. They're trying to get it out. They do. They get it to their wing. And nice job there by Colton keeping it in. Oh, nice job by Sawyer taking the hit. Just like Timex takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I know you guys understood that reference. Colton's got it back behind the net. He banks it off the boards to Cooper. Cooper rips it. But Chaska sees it the whole way. 11:02 left to go here in your third period. Will Offenhauser comes out. Rocco and Joey back on defense. Eric and Cooper are frustrated. They want a goal. I love it. Colton's going to take this draw. We've got Will and McBean out there. Puck goes back behind the net. George is digging for it. The Hawks come away with it. They try to zip it out of the zone. That's going to be an icing call if it doesn't go on net, but it does. So we're going to have another face-off. Tough to play in these conditions too when you don't get any flow going. You need a little flow to get the wheels going, to get your hands working. All right, Colton's going to take this draw. He's going to try to draw that puppy back, I'm assuming. He gets it a little bit back. Up the sideboards to Will. Will, nice move. It's Will and George coming in on a 2-on-1. Will takes a shot just a little bit wide. Joey dumps it all the way back in, and George goes in on F1. Hawks try to get it up the sideboards. Colton comes away with it. He cuts to the center. Nice move. He wants to get to his forehand. Makes a move around the D, and he gets it all the way back to Joey. Joey keeps that puck in nicely, and it goes back into the Hawks' corner. Puck comes out to center ice, and Rocco's going to have to go after it. He banks it off the boards there to Colton. Colton zips it up to Joey. Joey one-touches it to McBean, who gets it into the zone, and Breck goes for a bit of a change. OVH comes out, gets it to Colton. Colton somehow or other kept that one. Rocco tried to keep that puck in, but that rolled off his stick. And here's OVH. He brings it in through the zone. Oh, he almost got that over to Eli. OVH digging for it. Puck comes back to Garrett. Garrett over to Eric. Eric looking for a Hattie, but unselfishly gave it across to Eli. Almost got it over. Here's Eric. He's got it at the top of the, he's rolling to the center. Takes a shot. Little deflection there by Eli. OVH has it back behind the net. Good play by the Hawks D. But we're able to stay in control. Eli's got it. Tried to give that up to Garrett. Nice read there by Eric. Cuts it off. Gets it down low to Eli. Eli's looking for a friend. Oh! No! So the puck went on net and was debatable as to whether it was covered. OVH took a little whack at it and got it out. And so some of our players were like, hey! But it was under his shin pad, so I can see why they called a whistle on that one. All right. We got our full first line out there right now. Garrett Trench is going to take the draw. 9:12 left to go in the third period. Still 5-3 for your Mustangs. Digging for it in the corner. Chaska's trying to get this thing out. They're just trying to get it out of the zone. They're getting another icing call. Whew. So I think Providence's coach actually came over to coach the Chaska team tonight, is what's happening.
He's got these icings down.
Oh my gosh. Well, it kind of worked for Providence. They kept her close. So let's see. Same line out here for us. Garrett Trench is going to take this draw. He's going to try to get this thing back to Cooper, I think. And he does. Nice play. Gets it back to Eli. Eli, soft little dish there for Eric. Eric, oh, trying to get that across to Cooper. He does, but it just was bouncing. All right, Eli on the sideboards. Eli digging for it. He popped it out. That came to the Chaska goaltender, and what do you know? We're going to have another face-off. I mean,
like, okay, that's enough, boys.
All right, Nick Downing's out there with Wesley and Sawyer. Harrison and Rocco are back there on D.
Let's go down there!
There we go. Got some fans. I like it. Puck comes to Sawyer. Sawyer dumps it in nicely. Nick plays the body well there. Tries to reach the puck there. He gets it to Rocco on the sideboards. Rocco just has to dump it back in again. Wesley goes for it. He pins his man against the boards. Nice job by the Hawks trying to get it up there, and Rocco steps up. Sawyer tries to dump it in. Rocco dumps it back in, and Nick has it. He has it on the sideboards. He rolls around, waits for a friend to come in. That was a smart play by Nick, not just throwing it away. The Hawks are going to be sending cherry pickers here, as they're going to call an icing on this one. As Rocco was ready for it. But we are going to keep that same line out there. Rocco and Harrison back on D. I don't know if they've played as a D partner yet today. Nick, Sawyer, and Wesley out there. I made a call earlier today that Wesley's getting a goal this game, so I still have 8 minutes to see that happen. Puck comes back to Rocco. Rocco rips it, and a rebound. Sawyer almost got a hold of that one. Puck comes back to Harrison. Harrison takes a shot. That goes up over the net and all the way out of the zone. Rocco has it back on his blue line. Rocco gives it there to Harrison. Harrison smartly wheels back around, gives it to Rocco. Rocco tried to give that up, and nobody have kneeing issues. All right, puck goes back down low to Harrison. Harrison brings it out of the zone. He gets it to Sawyer. Sawyer on his offside. Gets it out of the zone. Nice play, Sawyer Malkerson. And puck comes back to the Hawks. They have it at their blue line. They bring it over the red, and they dump it in. Rocco lays down the body. Got to send a message once in a while. Harrison rips it up to Dovey. Dovey smartly goes to open ice. Take what is given. Twig, way to be. I'm hoping that the hockey coaches out there knew what I meant when I said twig. I know you did. I said that one for you. As Rocco gets it back behind the net. He zips it off, but the puck's stuck behind the net. Harrison pins his man nicely as Colton. Oh, puck's still stuck down there. Chaska shovels it back in. Puck comes to Dovey. Dovey cuts back. Again, nice play. He gets it up there to Colton, and that gets tipped in. No icing. 6:33 to go here in the third period. Digging for it down in the corner. McBean's taking a shot at it. Joey comes away with it. Oh, he was trying to get that to Dovey, but it just rolled on him. Colton cuts to the center. Takes a shot! Off the crossbar, up into the netting. Man, I wish I could shoot that quick and that hard, folks. Just saying. And he's only a sophomore. Woo!
Comes off his stick so fast.
I know. Just nice. All right, so we got Garrett Trench. We've got Hans's favorite player and Cooper out there on D. No. Joey's going to come back in. They're saying we cannot switch it this time. Not quite sure why. To be quite honest, I never understand that rule as well as I should. OVH takes the draw. OVH gets kicked out promptly. Darn that OVH. Garrett Trench on the draw. Exactly. That's a smart way to do it. I never thought about that. Can you even do that? Eli rolls to the center, takes a shot just a little bit wide. And it comes to Cooper. Cooper takes a shot, almost deflected by Garrett in. OVH plays the body. Oh, nice breakout there by the Hawks. They get it over the red line and bring it in. Refs right in the middle of stuff. Oh, the Hawks almost had a chance there. But Joey gets it out of the zone. He tried to get it off the boards to Eli. Puck back behind our net. Cooper's got it. Brings it up the sideboards and gets to OVH. OVH zips it all the way up to Eli, who somehow or other got a hold of that one. Eli brings it in. Oh, he tried to get that over to Garrett. Garrett did a nice spin move to get away from the check. Puck came back to Eric. Eric rolls to the center, gives it to Cooper on the side. Cooper takes a shot. That's deflected down. That's another goal for OVH. And that is what the Breck Mustangs needed. So who are you making the call on for?
OVH and Klink and Larson. That one was easy.
Nice. OVH, Klink and Larson is the call. Chaska, the refs are talking. There's some people are wondering if it was too high of a stick. I think your stick has to be at your shoulder level or below or something like that. Unlike bandy, you can have your blade tip up or down. They are pointing at it being a good goal. And if anyone understood my bandy reference, I would like you to text me because I'll be very impressed. I still play bandy. Also at the same speed as my old man hockey. Thank you very much.
You wanted a bigger sheet to
A smaller stick, it makes me faster. It's lighter. All right, looks like we're going to keep our same line out there as the refs talking to the coach right now.
Didn't he's going to talk him into the high stick call?
I think they're upset about that, I'm guessing. It didn't look that high, but it was probably close. I mean, if we had instant replay, but...
The refs already talked and signaled goal, though.
I know, right?
If he can talk him out of it, hire that guy.
I don't think I've ever seen a ref get talked out of a call. But you know what? You're lobbying for the next one, right? All right, folks. Garrett Trench, OVH the goal scorer, and Eli are out there. Eric and Cooper back on D. Puck comes back to OVH. Eric does a nice move. Man, I love how Eric gets the puck and moves with it every time. And then zips the passes. No little baby passes here. Oh, that puck went up into the Chaska bench. Woo! Yeah. Cooper Klink. What?
11 minutes, 34 seconds into the
I thought there was one more on that one, but
Van Horn has 11 from
Van Horn from Klink. Oh, nice play by Eric, getting to a place where he could catch that pass. He moves behind the net. He's rolling around. He's looking for a friend. He zips it all the way across to Eli. Eli rolls back around and takes what is given. Eric goes over to Cooper. Cooper to Eric. I'm too excited. I can't even say everyone's names. Eli gave it over to Eric for the shot. Cooper's got it at the point. Gets it down there to Trench. Trench rolls, takes a good shot, but that gets deflected. And Trench gets his own rebound somehow. Then kicks it in and keeps it in low. Oh, Cooper almost got that over to Eli. As Chaska is on a hard forecheck here, and Breck goes for a change. So Eric has it back behind his own net. He wheels back, gives everybody a chance to change it up, gives it to Will Offenhauser, who gives it to Cooper. And Cooper, Chaska's able to come away with it. They're rolling. They take a shot, and a nice save by Mac West. Puck goes back behind our net. 4 minutes left to go here in the third period. Shots are 38 for Breck, and here comes Garrett. Garrett gets it over to Eli. Eli's in the center. He wants it. Gets it in front, but that gets deflected deep behind the net. Chaska takes it out of the zone. They got a bit of a 1-on-2 here on Rocco and Oliver. Rocco plays his man, then does a nice eat. Rocco's trying to get that up to Will, and he does. Will cuts over. He's coming with Eli. He's still out there. Eli back behind the net, gets it to Will. Oh, it's a nice play. It comes to Oliver, who takes a good shot, but that got blocked right in the crease. Nick Downing has it. And here come the Hawks. They cut across the line, but a nice read there by Oliver and a good step up by Rocco as he's looking to get this out of the zone. Oh, but the Hawks are able to keep it in. Nick comes away with it and gives it up to Eli, who's on a 7-minute shift. Eli rolls to the center. Cuts across. Oh, what a good pass there to Nick. Almost. Oh, and a good rip there by Colton. That went off the shoulder of the Hawks keeper. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the third period. Colton gets it all the way over to Sawyer. Sawyer rips it just over the net. Joey dumps it back in again. That goes back behind the net. Nice play by Sawyer. Oh, Sawyer took a shot, but that got deflected wide. Colton fighting for it. He keeps it in and gets it down to Nick. Nick gets it up to Joey. Joey rolls to the center and gets it over there to Hudson. Hudson takes a shot. Oh, almost got that over to Nick on the far side. And the Hawks are able to dump it out of the zone. Here comes Joey. Joey gives it to Colton. Colton over the red line, over the blue, brings it in. Nice move there by Colton. He wants one. Oh, he almost had a Michigan as he went up over the net with it. Here's Sawyer back behind the net. He gets it out front, but that gets deflected wide. Colton plays the body and keeps it in. Puck comes there to Harrison. Harrison takes a shot, but that was a rolling puck. And here come the Hawks with it. 2-on-2. Over the red line, they dump it in deep. Puck's going to the far side for Harrison. And we have two guys checking one of their guys. Harrison comes away with the puck. He goes D to give it to Joey. Joey over there to Harrison again. He gives it to George. George tries to get it. Oh, and they're able to dump it back in, and Harrison has it. Harrison gives it to Joey. Joey off the glass. Puck's going all the way down, but that's going to be an icing call against Breck with 1:20 left to go in the game. Score is 6 for Breck, 3 for Chaska. Shots on goal are 14 for Chaska, 38 for Breck. And we got 1:20 left. Wesley's out there. We've got Ryan Pierce out there. Oliver, Rocco, they take a shot. That goes off their man. Puck goes back behind the net. Oliver's digging for it. They get it out front, but Ryan's able to come away with it. And he almost got that over to Will, and here comes Chaska. They've got a bit of a 3-on-2. Nice play to get it to the far side. They take a shot, but that got blocked, and here comes Rocco. Rocco, Will Offenhauser, and Ryan are taking this up. Rocco over the red line. He cuts deep. He wants to get to the center. Can't quite get there. He's still digging for it behind the net. They're having a little bit of fun together. And I think they're going to call interference on both players would be my guess. With 48 seconds to go. I'm not even sure that was on the guy Rocco was wrestling with. Anyway, Hawks are down a man. We've got 48 seconds left. And we've got 5 skaters on the ice. They've got 4. Power play here for Breck. We're putting out our second line power play, which is good. Give them a little bit more time on the ice with it. It looks like they're getting a 2 and 10, maybe for talking back. So they've got 2 men in the box, but they got 4 skaters on the ice. 5 on 4 here for Breck for the last 45 seconds of the game. It just goes past Oliver. Rocco has it back at the red line. Takes it to his own blue line. He's looking to regroup. He zips it up there to Dovey. Dovey brings it in and controls it. Dovey on the sideboards gets it up to Rocco. Rocco rolls to the center. Gets it down there to Dovey. Dovey all the way across to Oliver. Oliver takes a shot. That goes off the crossbar. Up and into the netting. That would have been fun. 20 seconds remaining here in the game.
Swanee had a look.
Swanee had a good look. And that was a good shot, too. I like that. Looks like the Wild are still doing okay. Try not to ruin it for anybody who's taping it. Yep, that's how old I am. I call it taping it.
I got my beta going.
Puck comes back to Oliver. Oliver to Rocco. Rocco puts it on net. That might have been deflected over. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Comes to Oliver. Oliver back down low to Sawyer. Sawyer to Oliver. 8 seconds remaining. Oliver takes a shot. That gets deflected. And Rocco's able to keep that puck in. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the game, folks, with the score. Chaska 3 and your Breck Mustangs 6. Thanks for being with us, everybody. We had another big audience out there tonight. Love it. OVH's fan club versus Malkerson's fan club. I'm not sure which is bigger, but for our next game, we're going to do a head count. So, do you remember who our next game is against, Hans?
I think it is Hopkins a week.
It is Hopkins. Is it a whole week away?
No.
Well, I was told, let's see here. Do we have a game on Saturday?
Don't worry, don't get that money. We don't play Saturday, right?
No game Saturday.
And no Tuesday, so we're off until next Thursday at Hopkins.
At Hopkins.
Yeah, okay.
You are correct. So, folks, come on back in a week and please be with us. If you can be at Hopkins, that's great. If not, be on our stream and we will give you a shout out. So, thanks for being with us, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Nice job as usual. Nice job of finding